one by one. The world is deep in sleep now that the day is done. Under the blue light from the fridge door, I drink down solitude, couldn't ask for more. An old song I only know flows from the radio. Only my shadow on the wall stays for the show. Meaningless feeds on a smartphone screen. Looking at others' happiness makes me feel so mean. This hunger of the heart I can tell a soul. No fancy words can fill this empty hole. 3 a.m. the time to be most honest and true. The hidden blues wash over me like a wave through. Sitting alone in the center of the living room, I scatter smoke like you into the empty gloom. Only this bitter solitude remains where love was once found. I'd lock myself in this blue darkness, safe and sound. Sometimes I even forget who I'm supposed to be, taking off the mask of the actor you used to see. When I face the stranger reflected in the glass, the fatigue of my 30 shows in the lines of past. Success and love both feel so close yet so far. Why am I still wandering under this lonely star? The street lamp outside is still wide awake. Is there someone like me, for goodness sake? A nameless sympathy makes me smile with a sigh. I lay my body back down where the cold sheets lie. 3 a.m. the time to be most honest and true. The hidden blues wash over me like a wave through. Sitting alone in the center of the living room, I scatter smoke like you into the empty gloom. Only this bitter solitude remains where love was once found. I lock myself in this blue darkness, safe and sound. They say time heals everything in the end, but why is time so heavy, a broken friend? Maybe solitude isn't something to overcome, but a friend for life, until I become numb. 3 a.m. my secret time, all to myself, putting broken dreams back on the shelf. On this quiet stage where nobody's watching me, I sing a song for you once again. For us to be, hoping one day this darkness turns into light. I hold onto the edge of the dawn. Through the night is deep, the solitude is clear. Tomorrow the mask returns, ever so near. A melody I happened to hear while walking down the street made me stop in my tracks, my heart skipped a beat. Every line of the lyrics feels like it's about me, as if every song in the world sings of us, you see. On a rainy day or a sunny afternoon glare, it feels like your voice is floating in the air. Searching for you like tuning a radio's dial, I stay on the channel of memories for a while. The silly hum we used to sing together so much is now my greatest strength, with a magic touch. A song that resembles you echoes all around, in sad ballads and even in a dance sound. At the end of every melody you're always there, a song that rings clearer when I try not to care. You've become the most beautiful BGM of my life, wrapping me warmly through all the joy and the strife. The vibration of the bass through my earphones line feels like the heartbeat of yours when it was mine. Sometimes I shed tears to a sad breakup song, but that's proof that my love for you was so strong. love in my 30s has grown a bit more wise, so I can keep even this parting as a musical prize. Watching your back as you slowly drift away, I give a small clap instead of a sad don't stay. When we meet again on a different stage someday, I'll greet you with a brighter song along the way. A song that resembles you, echoes all around, in sad ballads and even in a dance sound. At the end of every melody, you're always there. A song that rings clearer when I try not to care. You become the most beautiful BGM of my life, wrapping me warmly through all the joy and the strife. Even if the music stops, our song will never end. I'll play the sheet music carved in my heart, my friend. Remembering the harmony of our brightest days, I'll keep writing songs for you in so many ways. A song that resembles you fills up my whole heart, giving me the strength to make a brand new start. In every single lyric, you're breathing so true. A song that makes me happier just by thinking of you. You become the perfect symphony of my soul, shining bright on my life, making me whole. The music goes on and I sing of you, the most beautiful song of my life. It's you.
It took so long to reach the final page of this book, passing through the pages stained with tears we took. Once our story felt like it would never find an end. Now it's quiet like a library shelf, my old friend. Growing up isn't about erasing all the pain, but accepting it as part of me through the sun and rain. Holding the edge of the paper with a trembling hand, looking back at the times we spent across this land. Sometimes a storm, sometimes a dazzling light. Now it stays at my feet like a sea, so calm and bright. Turning the final page, I say my last goodbye, ending the love now of all of us under this sky. The beautiful plot, even the conflicts burning so hot, will only remain as a scent of faded ink we forgot, but bury in the sentences of you that let me live. I start to write the first line of a tomorrow I'll give. I won't leave the word regret within this book of ours. Your wide embrace that held me through the darkest hours, and the days we were each other's shield against the world. Every moment made me who I am, with banners unfurled. I pray that in someone else's story far away, you'll become your own brilliant hero every day. Watching the end of the final dot drift away, taking a long breath like leaving a tunnel's gray. Leaving the forest of longing I can never return to. I walked all the plaza where the light shines through. Turning the final page, I say my last goodbye. And in the long novel of us under this sky, the beautiful plot, even the conflicts burning so hot, will only remain as a scent of faded ink we forgot, but burying the sentences of you that let me live. I start to write the first line of a tomorrow I'll give. Thank you, I loved you, my every season and year. Even the broken pieces were my jewels held dear. The moment I close this book, I'm finally set free. I let go of the sun, called you that once shone on me. Leaving the brilliant us as a legend of the past, I bloom again in a world without you at last. In the blank space left behind the final period's dot, I'll quietly plant a new seed of love in that spot, with a blessing deeper than saying I loved you so true. I walked toward my own path, away from the shadow of you. Closing the book, the heavy sound echoes in the room. My story begins again, away from the gloom.
I open my eyes, the world looks the same, but you're not here, calling out my name. The clock hands move lazily, as if they've stopped. The sunlight on the window feels heavy, as if it's dropped. Even the short time it takes to brew a cup of tea feels like eternity in this new reality. Spend the whole morning just staring at my phone. Hope is a dagger when I'm left here all alone, in this helpless time where I can't do a thing. I'm sinking deeper into the sorrow you bring. The longest day of my life has begun. The weight of pain I can't bear, second by one, like an Arctic summer where the sun never sets. My sadness continues with no end to its regrets. There's so much time left to forget about you. I'm already suffocating, with nothing I can do. Extreme emptiness arrives around the noon. TV's on, but only noise fills up the room. Your familiar name is caught inside my throat, a breath I couldn't take, keeping me afloat. The world seems to be spinning busy and fast, but I'm thrown into this silence built to last. Walking with the long shadows in the afternoon. Memories of you follow me like a haunting tune. The familiar alleyway on my road back home. Why does it feel so far when I'm on my own? The longest day of my life has begun. The weight of pain I can't bear, second by one. Like an Arctic summer where the sun never sets, my sadness continues with no end to its regrets. There's so much time left to forget about you. I'm already suffocated with nothing I can do. I wish time would just come to a stop, or jump a whole year so I wouldn't drop. I wanna skip over this terrible today without having to adapt to you being away. Sleepless night returns, making my heart slip. Even if the darkness erases the whole world's view, you're still living in my eyes, vivid and true. The heart I can't let go is just too heavy to bear. I can't stop my tears at the end of this day's glare. Only one day has passed since you've been gone, but it feels like my whole life is finally done. Driving alone on a foggy dawn road, standing on a path where the end is bestowed. When you were my compass in days of the past, I never imagined losing my way at last. But now only a blurred horizon meets my eye. My footsteps grow heavy with no reason why. A familiar breakup song flows from the radio. I grip the steering wheel with nowhere to go, and the familiar scenery passes me by strangely. I finally realize I lost my way, derangedly. I wander alone upon the blurred horizons, lost in the dark without you as my rising sun. Your shadow that feels just to reach away scatters like mist, marking me in disarray. Where must I go to finally forget your name? Driving to the edge of longing with no map to claim. The more I hit the gas, the empty air I feel. The me in the rearview mirror is losing its seal. The brilliant destination we once used to dream is now just broken fragments in a silent scream.
map to claim. I wish this road was a cliff I could fall from, so I could throw myself without being so numb. But cowardly as I am, I turn the wheel back, heading to the place where our memories stay on track. Dawn is breaking beyond the horizon's line, but I'm still standing here on the road of design.
Through the forest of a night where gravity dies, walking down a path led by the moon in the skies. Your silhouette unreachable in reality's day, lands on my shoulder like a butterfly at play. This is the only paradise where time doesn't flow, a transparent world where only we can go. Even if it's a bubble that bursts when I wake, I wanna feel you whole for my own sake. Upon the borderline that's starting to blur, I silently call out your name the way we were. Walking in a dream is so dazzling and bright. Why is the world I wake to so cold tonight? Holding your hand feels like walking on a cloud. The season called you, breeze again out loud. In this fantasy I never wanna break, I wanna stay with you forever, for our love's sake. The whispers we shared, so soft and so sweet, become a shimmer Milky Way beneath our feet. In this space where no scars or tears can be found, we face each other whole on this sacred ground. A night where it's okay to forget the real me, floating through your universe, feeling so free. Even if the edge of dawn tries to push me away, I pray to stay by your side just for one more day, ignoring the noise of reality from afar. I dive deeper into your arms, my shining close on my window pane, you'll scatter like smoke, leaving me in pain. But I'll find this path again tomorrow night, to this mystic forest where our promises stay bright. Is clearing away. Morning without you begins another day. Dusting off the layers of time, I sit and stare at the backs of you and me, a young and fragile pair, hurting because we were clumsy, cruel because we didn't know. Now I finally reach out and stroke our seasons glow. Why was everything so heavy and desperate back then? Trembling like we'd break with every wave again and again. The childish vows we wrote through the lonely night, when broken promises scattered like starlight, carrying our own sorrows like a heavy load. We gave each other scars while walking the adult road. I wanna tell the us of yesterday that it was okay to love yourself in every way. The burning tears and the memories of the cold goodbye became the solid ground that lets me reach the sky. Instead of I'm sorry, I offer a thank you today, to me and to you who walk this long winding way. The days I kept locked under the name of regret, I'm opening the windows to let them fly. And yet, when I wanted to hide from my lacking self and shame, you were there without a word, a light to my name. Why did I look away for so long and so far from your deep and clear gaze, my only shining star? Leaving behind the fading shadows of the past, catching my breath under today's sun at last. The brilliant moments when we were in love remain as flowers in my heart, blasted from above. I wanna tell the us of yesterday that it was okay to love yourself in every way. The burning tears and the memories of the cold goodbye became the solid ground that lets me reach the sky. Instead of I'm sorry, I offer a thank you today, to me and to you who walk this long winding way. We were more beautiful because we weren't perfect at all. Even the broken pieces are part of my soul's wall. Now I can smile even at the painful memories I see, because every step of it made me who I am meant to be. I wanna hold the us of yesterday in my arms, telling them they did well, safe from all the harms. At the end of that dark tunnel where the storm used to blow, there was a dazzling today waiting for us to know, with a truth deeper than saying I loved you so true. I walk toward a today that's more mature because of you. Goodbye to my clumsy and young days. Because of you I'm here in so many ways.
Grayish clouds are sitting low this afternoon. The world holds its breath for something coming soon. On the street where we walked together last year, the scent of winter is already thick and near. Let's meet here when the first snow starts to fall. The childish promise still echoes through it all. One by one, white flakes begin to descend. People cheer and whisper love to a friend, while I sit alone against this frozen bench, holding an empty spot that nothing can quench. The first snow promise breaks into white dust. Winter without you is cold, lacking all trust. Even if snow covers the whole wide world tonight, the scars burned in my heart won't hide from sight. Where even waiting feels like a luxury I can't afford, I draw your face in the snow, a memory restored. Do you remember the day we saw the first snow? Your bright laughter like a child starting to glow. The feeling of your small and warm hand in mine, tucked inside my coat pocket, feeling so fine. Now it's just a biting wind rushing past my face. I clench my empty pocket and bow in this place, on the white path where no footprints can be found. Our memories are buried deep in the ground. If I could only feel your warmth once again, I wouldn't care if this winter never found an end. The first no promise breaks into white dust. Winter without you is cold, lacking all trust. Even if snow covers the whole wide world tonight, the scars burned in my heart won't hide from sight. When even waiting feels like a luxury I can't afford, I draw your face in the snow, memory restored. Underneath the tears of angels from above, or your final goodbye, your message of love, into the cold void that gives no reply. My confession of love freezes and starts to die. I call your name again through the fluttering snow. Please look back at me once more. Where did you go? In this moment where the whole world is white and still, only my heart beats for you against its will, crueler than being told to forget. After this first snow, I remain as a season, waiting for you to show. The snow keeps falling, the world is turning white, but where are you? My first snow, my
As the rain falls, erasing the city's roar, I put up my collar and step out the door. Neon lights blur on the wet asphalt ground. My heart flows aimlessly where they are found, among the expressionless faces, walking without a shield. My sadness stays hidden with nothing revealed. A single raindrop soaking my shoulders so cold tries to trigger the tears I've been trying to hold. I bite my lip and look up at the gray sky, unsure if it's rain or a tear in my eye. I hide my heart within the sound of the rain, so no one can hear it, so you won't know my pain. Through the noise they we see through the window of our cafe. The scent of dark coffee we shared every day. Now on this table where I sit all alone, only a sigh mixed with rain is shown. Though I know this rain will eventually cease, the rain of you in my heart won't give me peace. Dragging my hand that grows heavy with weight, the familiar road home feels strange as of late. I hear a laughter that sounds just like you. I keep looking back even knowing it's not true. I hide my heart within the sound of the rain, so no one can hear it, so you won't know my pain. Through the noise that covers the world today, I let my confession for you slip away. The rainwater can be harder than tears from the start. I only realized after we drifted apart. I wish this rain would never come to an end, soaking me through until my tears begin to mend. If all the world's sorrow is washed down the drain, could I let you go easier through all this rain? In the end, I only knew after I lost you, my love, my friend. The rain keeps falling, and I'm soaking through, unknown to anyone, even unknown to you. Walking through the crowds without a single care. When I first saw you like a breeze in the air, I thought it was just a fragment of an ordinary day, like a short rain shower that would soon fade away. But looking back, all those tiny moments in time became a giant wave, making you mine. Even the brief eye contact we shared in passing, was it a joke of the universe so everlasting? Maybe from the start we were on a fixed track, running toward each other, never looking back. Destiny wearing the mask of coincidence binds us tight, locking us in an attraction we can't fight. Out of 1,000 choices, only you were the answer. I wandered so
Destiny wearing the mask of coincidence binds us tight, locking us in an attraction we can't fight. Out of 1,000 choices, only you are the answer. I wandered so long to find you, like a lonely dancer in this fate so clear. It's more than just a chance. Two worlds of you and me bleed into a single glance. Ooh, I can't change the direction the wind starts to blow, but I can ride it to reach you wherever you go. Even if every coincidence in the world betrays me, I hold on to the thread of you that finally sets me Fate with the name of a miracle wraps us around, carving each other into the time we found. Out of so many people, just you the only one. My whole life flown to love you under the sun. In this fate so warm, more than just a lucky day, I pray our season never fades or withers away. It's a strange thing that we finally met. My life's most beautiful coincidence, my only fate. Stepping into this empty room after you've gone, fragments of you greet me from the dusk till the dawn. A small crease on the sofa where you just sat, a faint scent of your shampoo where we used to chat. When I reach out to grab it, it fades like a mirage, but your warmth is a tattoo on my skin in this garage. Forgetting is just a story told by my head, but my body remembers your rhythm instead. In this dark room under the lamp's dim light, my lonely shadow wanders, searching for you tonight. Lingering warmth caresses me with pain, touching the hidden scars again and again. Would it be easier if it had all gone cold? Because it feels like you're still here, to having to hold traces of you that I can never empty out. Remain as a cruel, leaving me with doubt. The mug we used to share was once filled with heat. Now it sits cold on the table, a sign of defeat. Everything your hand touched is talking to me, telling the story of how in love we used to be. But your pattern is the word too hard for me to know. I'm just a child stuck in me after image of your blow. Somewhere out there, does this temperature make you cold? Or have you found a new warmth? Let our story unfold. The questions I wanna ask are forming on my lips, but they return as hollow echoes through my fingertips. The lingering warmth caresses me with pain, touching the hidden scars again and again. Would it be easier if it had all gone cold? Because it feels like you're still here, to have to hold traces of you that I can never empty out. Remain as a cruel, But that's what I fear more than losing your heart. The warm vanishing is the most painful I couldn't let go, flow as tears without a rest. If I could feel your embrace, even in a dream, I'd stay in this fever forever, or so it would seem. The warmth called you that once let me breathe is now the sharpest dawn, making me see it's still right here where you stayed. Don't leave me,
They say it's a bit colder than it was yesterday. Cool air greets me as I open windows on my way. The news says it's gonna rain starting from the noon. An indifferent voice tells me to grab an umbrella soon. Suddenly I realize the days I spent with you were like miracles that no forecast ever knew. The sun will pour down, then a sudden shower falls, walking along your heart that answered no calls. Either humidity of a summer night felt so right, because I lived in your season, day and night. The weather called you was so unpredictable and wild. Sunny one moment, then clouds gathered like a child. But even getting soaked in rain, I could always smile. Now my sky without you is just overcast for a while. Rather than the cliche comfort that the sun will rise, I miss the stormy days reflected in your eyes. Your small umbrella left in the corner of my drawer. I can't throw it out, staring at the window more. Under that narrow eaves where we hid from the rain, pulling you closer so you wouldn't feel the pain. Thinking of that small and warm temperature we shared, I curl up even under the sun, feeling scared. In this sudden cold wave called the end that came, my whole heart is frozen, calling out your name. Somewhere else are you becoming someone's sky, giving them a spring day as the time goes by. The weather called you was so unpredictable and wild. Sunny one moment, then clouds gathered like a child. But even getting soaked in rain, I could always smile. Now my sky without you is just overcast for a while. Rather than the cliche comfort that the sun will rise, I miss the stormy days reflected in your eyes. The wind blows, a wind that smells like your scent. I look up at the clouds, wondering where you went. Looking at the sky like a fool once again, wandering in the season of memory and pain. The weather called you was the brightest of my life. Even in a blizzard, we were warm through the strife. Now the sense of seasons has faded from my world, but inside my chest the rain of you is unfurled. Like a weather station of a day that won't return, I record the weather called you and continue to burn. I hope it's sunny tomorrow. No, actually, I hope it rains like outside the window, the scenery rushes by. Everyone's making promises under the sky. The gears of the world are all turning insane, but I'm stuck like a frozen spring, starting to sing. In that split second of silence when you walked away, my time has lost its path, trapped in that day. In a room where the ticking has finally ceased, dusty memories breathe like a captured beast. I try to push myself to live through the day, but I'm always back at the edge where you went away. Like a frozen pendulum, I'm swinging in place, trapped in this party, unable to find my grace. Even if the light of tomorrow tries to find me, the old gear stuck in the dark won't let me be. Beyond the broken clock, you're fading from view, but I'm still living in the final hour of me and you. Numbers on the calendar change without a care. Seasons have changed clothes while I'm still there, but the clock in my chest, like a broken machine, is stuck in the summer of love that we've seen. Even the cold command to let you go from my mind is just an echo my frozen heart leaves behind. Holding on to your face is starting to blur, turning the hands back to the way we were, but all I touch is the weight of the silence so deep, crushing down on the promises I couldn't keep. Like a frozen pendulum, I'm swinging in place, trapped in this party, unable to find my grace. Even if the light of tomorrow tries to find me, the old gear stuck in the dark won't let me be. Beyond the broken clock, you're fading from view, but I'm still living in the final hour of me and you. Someone, please shake me and wake me up fast from this cruel loop that's built to last. Send me to a future where you're finally gone, but my whole world has stopped at your final dawn. Like a frozen pendulum, I only remember you, even if tears pull on the shards, making me blue. I can't open the door to what tomorrow might bring, locking myself forever in this part and staying. Beyond the dusty clock, you vanished from sight, but I'm still living in that hour, holding on tight. Tick tock, the sound stops once more. I am still here, right where I was before. Pulled from the depth of a dusty drawer so old, an old diary holds the stories we once told. Every crooked letter written on the line breathes the life of you and me back in time. Spending all night just to pick a single word. Back then I was so clumsy, maybe a bit absurd. Inside the envelope I shyly gave away were confessions I couldn't find the breath to say. The scent of that season, lost beyond the blue, fills up my room like coffee, thinking of you. Turning the pages of clumsy confessions one by one. We're standing there, brilliant under the sun. The innocent truth that saved every I love you is making me cry just like it used to do. Beautiful only because we can't go back in time. My youth, the precious first sentences of my prime. Memories come disguised in a beautified light, but that trembling heart remains a mark so bright. The shadow under the street lamp on the way to see you, practicing my words 1,000 times what to do. I smile at that boy, so young and so frail. A story so lovely, but a heart so pale. The sentence ended without a final dot. Our story, a short film, is all that we've got. But the record of that summer night, burning so high, became my treasure that will never ever die. Of clumsy confessions one by one. We're standing there, brilliant under the sun. The innocent truth that saved every I love you is making me cry just like it used to do. Beautiful only because we can't go back in time. My youth, the precious first sentences of my prime. Closing the book, I say a quiet goodbye. Thanks for staying in my pages, under my sky.
What fell on the white paper with a silent thud was my last truth left in a world without your blood. As the pressed down longing begins to blur and spread, pain that cannot name you fills my heart instead. Writing letters I can never send over and over again. again, wandering through the darkness of you and the rain. Inside my chest stained black like leaking ink. Only scars remain, pulling me to the brink. Why do your traces grow so vivid and clear as cowardly tears hold my wrist in fear? Sentences written in tears tighten around my chest. The last story of us put to the painful test. The word I loved you flows down like the rain. Unspoken words turn to thorns, causing me pain. Soaked in this night where a dot can't be placed. My broken soul is trapped in the words we traced. Like a crumpled piece of paper, my heart is torn. Scattered memories wake me like a scream at morn. Where did it go wrong? The season we once knew. The more I try to fix it, the deeper I sink through. Even in my dreams, I can't let you go. Punishing myself, letting the ink flow through the letters that slowly start to fade. Only your retreating back lingers in the shade. If I could hold you once more, if only I could, I'd give my last breath, I surely would. Sentences written in tears tighten around my chest. The last story of us put to the painful test. The word I loved you flows down like the rain. Unspoken words turn to thorns, causing me pain. Soaked in this night where a dot can't be placed. My broken soul is trapped in the
pitch black sky pouring outside the pain. The secrets we shared shine like starlight in the rain. In this quiet room where time seems to stand still, I can still feel your breath, a lingering chill. Your laughter that feels just a reach away fills up my room and scatters in gray. When the cold dawn air brushes the tip of my nose, the reality without you clearly shows. Fragments of longing I've tried so hard to hide wake up one by one and pound on me inside. Our night is still so blue, as beautiful as then. But why does my dawn without you keep bruising again? Though I cover my aching heart like a blanket so tight, you're still there shining so brilliantly bright, like the moonlight that deepens the more I try to erase. You've colored my whole night in this blue embrace. Under the street lamp where we used to walk through, now I'm alone, stretching my shadow for two. Nothing has changed, but I'm the only one here, unable to turn the page of the season we held dear. Perhaps I'm trapped within this blue shade, waiting for you forever in the memories we made. Watching the starlight slowly fade away, I scatter my unspoken words into the gray. Even if it's a dream that vanished by tomorrow, tonight I wanna face this beautiful sorrow. Our night is still so blue, as beautiful as then. But why does my dawn without you keep bruising again? Though I cover my aching heart like a blanket so tight, you're still there shining so brilliantly bright, like the moonlight that deepens the more I try to erase. You've colored my whole night in this blue embrace. In the heart of this season, blue enough to be cold, I piece together the broken memories I hold, hoping the brilliant colors of the love we knew won't fade with time, but stay forever true. Still so blue, as beautiful as then. But why does this empty space feel so cold again? In my frozen world, there is nothing but you, still wandering through this night so blue. Like the starlight I can't escape even with closed closed eyes, you become a light that never leaves my side. The night goes deep and the memory turns blue, wishing tomorrow would never come for me and you. And you.
Waking up before the alarm hits the air. My hand reaches for you, but finds nothing there. The cold touch of the sheets pulls me wide awake, reminding me of the room I now have to take. Living as one after being a pair. My body's adjusted to the void in the air. The flower pot you love by the windowsill is drying up slowly, losing its will. I turn away and try not to see as the heavy silence piles up on me. The empty space I've grown used to swallows me whole. The warmth of your hand is now a dream for my soul. The streets we walk, the corner of the cafe we knew. Everywhere I go, I can't empty the space called you. Through the gaps of this heart that I cannot fill, a cold wind keeps blowing, making me chill. The sound of the door at the end of the day, crossing the dark living room in a weary way. Among the clothes I've scattered around, a single hair tie of yours is finally found. It breaks down the walls I built up so high in just 1 second, making me cry. I turn up the TV louder than before, but the echo in my chest can't be ignored. Why are the dawns without you so deep and still? Is longing just a part of my daily drill? The empty space I've grown used to swallows me whole. The warmth of your hand is now a dream for my soul. The streets we walk, the corner of the cafe we knew. Everywhere I go, I can't empty the space called you. Through the gaps of this heart that I cannot fill, a cold wind keeps blowing, making me chill. I try to fill this spot with someone new, but I only see the silhouette of you. I realize now, well, let me breathe through the day. Wasn't the air, but your breath in every way. The loneliness I've taken begins to tie
silence flows across the table where we sit. Cold time is locked within our teacups, bit by bit. I hesitate to part my lips 1,000 times or more. The swallow words spread like a bruise deep down to the core. Why is that two-syllable word so hard to say today? Knowing everything will crumble once it slips away. Inside this tiny room where even air has ceased to flow, your eyes are looking somewhere else, already letting go, while I'm the only one here holding on to time, like a child who fears the end of a nursery rhyme. Only now I feel the weight of saying goodbye. It's like the world is on my shoulders, making me sigh. The heart that felt so light when I said I love you, why does it turn to stone when we're through? The cruel word hanging on the edge of my breath, I can't let it go. It feels like a small death. Your familiar name is now a word I don't belong. The future we once drew is like a torn up song. It's not just memories I have to empty out from me, but the very heart that beat for you, now lost at sea. I finally realize the hollow sound of my soul. Deepening shadows are covering us now. At this dead end where we both must bow, tracing a silent goodbye on your retreating back. My throat tightens up, everything fades to black. Only now I feel the weight of saying goodbye. It's like the world is on my shoulders, making me sigh. The heart that felt so light when I said I love you, why does it turn to stone when we're through? The cruel word hanging on the edge of my breath, I can't let it go. It feels like a small death. Would it be easier if I could hate you instead, when even longing feels like a sin in my head? The last kindness I can offer, the best I can do, is this heavy goodbye that I'm giving to you. Breaking the heaviest silence in the world at last, throwing out that final word to the shadows of the past. Even if tears pour down on my shattered heart's floor, you are my everything, but you're mine no more. I bury you deep with a goodbye so heavy, with the word farewell I finally set you free. Goodbye, with all the weight I hold, talking to myself as your story is told. on every corner turning into chromatic shades. What brushes my toes are the scattered fragments of us. Shadows grown longer than yesterday greet the cold wind before I do. The hand I once knew dissolves into the air, while I'm still tethered to the warmth of that day. When this chilly premonition on my nose reminds me once again of your absence, the clock in my heart begins to wind back, clutching the hem of the season, pleading not to go. I'm still standing here at the edge of the season, chasing the after-image of the warmth you left behind. Our autumn was once so brilliant and gold. Why does the coming winter feel so piercingly cold? The heart I can't let go turns into white breath, falling like snow onto my hollow chest. In a cup of cold tea I drink alone, your laughter seems to melt in like sugar. The traces of you sharpen the more I empty them. Now they've become a part of me, letting me breathe. Perhaps forgetting you means erasing myself. Under the fading glow of the evening sun, words I haven't said linger in the air. Will you be there when the season returns? I send my vain hopes riding on the biting wind. I'm still standing here at the edge of the season, chasing the after-image of the warmth you left behind. Our autumn was once so brilliant and gold. Why does the coming winter feel so piercingly cold? The heart I can't let go turns into white breath, falling like snow onto my hollow chest. Closing my eyes, time starts to flow backward. Fallen leaves rebloom upon the trees. Back to the sunlight where we first met. It feels as if I could go back there, but opening my eyes, I'm only at the very edge. My confession of love upon the frozen ground leaves a faint mark before it disappears. Seasons flow and here I stay, preparing to face the winter without you.